You are invited into my kitchen today. I hope it's clean. I tried to clean it up just for you, and I'm wearing a white sari and a white kitchen, so I won't be cooking because otherwise this sari won't be white for very long. Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Kumar from Authentic Journeys on this Giving Gratitude series. Yes, I do a lot of cooking in this kitchen, and you might be surprised that it's white, and I am too, especially since I do a lot of Indian cooking that has lots of spices in it, especially like turmeric, which is yellow and it stains everything. So I'm quite surprised we've been able to keep the kitchen white and bright. And fortunately, today is a sunny day in Rochester, New York. So we have a little bit of sun coming into the kitchen, so it brightens my day. And that all being said, a person who brightens my day is Srivalli. Now that might have been a long introduction, so I'm just going to jump right in and tell you why I appreciate Srivalli. Now, Srivalli is a blogger. She blogs about culture, cuisine, food, festivity, and anything related to that in her blog, cookingforallseasons.blogspot.com. Now, I'll put her link along on this video somewhere. Is it below me now? I'll try to make sure it is. So, if I misspoke her website address, you can be sure it's correct in the link I provide to you. Do check out her blog. I met her through her blog a couple years ago, and I've been in touch with her ever since. See, I lived in Chennai from '99 to 2001. During that time, I was pretty much the only foreigner, and maybe in the 2 years I lived there, I ate non-Indian and non-Tamil food maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 times, something like that. So, as you can guess, I had to gain an appreciation and a taste for South Indian and especially Tamil food. And I love it. As soon as I came back from India, I started cooking. And now since all these blogs started popping up, and I get more opportunities to find good food. And especially coming back to US, I also like the idea of having fusion cuisine, because sometimes we can't always find every ingredient we need here for Indian cooking, depending on where we live in America. So she offers, of course, traditionally made recipes on her blog, in addition to fusion cuisine. Fusion could be different continental Indian dishes, or say a South Indian dish made in a North Indian way, or a North Indian dish made in a South Indian way, or maybe, I think she has some Western influences in some of her cooking. You know, and I appreciate that all, because that just shows to me a lot of creativity, and also the fact that someone can write recipes. I write recipes on my recipe blog too, but you know, I really struggle to figure out how to make it correct with the right measurements, and also how to describe the methodology or the way of cooking the food, creating the dish, even down to how to cut vegetables or things like that. And I can always appreciate her for that, because I understand her recipes, from the measurements to the methodology to the taste. Thank you very much. And last year in 2009, she gave me the opportunity to review her ebook. She had written an ebook, and it's still out there on Amazon, Kindle, and other places, called Flavors from a South Indian Kitchen. Now, in Flavors from a South Indian Kitchen, she offers about 15 recipes, I believe, in all the categories I already mentioned. And I recreated about half of those recipes in my kitchen, our favorite probably being the potato dish. Now, I'll link you up to my audio review of her Flavors from a South Indian Kitchen ebook, and you can listen to that review also. But in the meantime, I'd like to say, you know, I appreciate her for allowing me the opportunity to review her ebook and share it with other people. And the other thing I really appreciate about Srivalli is, you know, she will go far. as an entrepreneur, she does treat her blog like a business. What I mean by that is she will respond to people in a way that is respectful, friendly, and appropriate. She has never showed anything different, in my opinion, not only to me and responding to me, but how she interacts with people on her website and on her Facebook page. She always wants to reach out and help people, which is of course, a good thing anyone can do. So in the middle of summer 2010, I asked her for a little assistance. Now, she helped me to create a class called Dissecting the Indian Menu. This was a class that I was creating in response to another class on South Indian cooking that Srivalli also kind of mentored me with in the beginning of 2010. Students in that class had given me ideas to create new classes, and one of them was they wanted to know what is on the Indian menu. Like, they knew some general things like chicken, butter masala, and maybe dal or something, but some of the other dishes that may not be as popularly chosen, they didn't understand, and they also didn't understand the translations and what ingredients are in each dish. They kind of went into the Indian restaurant like blind. I mean, they wanted to try new foods, but obviously it's always nice to know what you're eating. So, I wanted to put together this class, and the Indian menu here in Rochester, New York, and the various restaurants have food items from all over India, including continental things, including fusion, Indian fusion stuff, including Indian dishes that are regional also. So, I had about 50 questions to ask Srivalli to help me create the class, and she answered every single one. Now, what impresses me about that? Well, I think I should move so I'm not so boring in one spot. Well, what inspires me about that is that she could have answered only the questions that she knew the answers for sure. Because there was plenty of questions on there about different menu items that I'm sure she never encountered before or never tasted before, or the menu items had names of different languages she didn't know, like Punjabi or Gujarati or whatever. So, rather than her saying, I'm not going to tell you the answer, or leaving it blank, or I don't know, she took her time to research and she found the answer. She answered every question on that list. Now, that's a true entrepreneur. She didn't give up, not only because she has a helping and friendly and generous spirit, but because she has a thirst for knowledge. And that will help her go very, very far, because as an entrepreneur, you always have to think outside the box. In this case, she's thinking outside the cookbook, outside the blog, outside of her own experience. And it's only when we step out of our experience we grow. So she grew and she learned a lot by answering the questions that she didn't know the answer to. And I appreciate her for that, because independent thinking skills come into play here. And to answer questions we don't know the answer to, we need independent thinking skills. We need to be able to think, how will I find the answer to that? And it's not always straightforward or easy. Sometimes we have to find the answer in unexpected places. So these are some of the lessons she has taught me that, I hope to continue to use throughout my life, especially friendliness, generosity, taking time for people, and mentoring people, and finding answers in unexpected places. I hope that's the biggest lesson I probably will learn from Srivalli, because, all the time I'm looking for answers for things. And it's funny, because as soon as I stop looking in the places I think I'll find the answer, I find the answer. And it's not in the place I expect it to be. It's in a different place. And an unexpected place, and a place that's not really related to anything I expected to find. So I hope all that makes sense, because it's a kind of a deep lesson. It's philosophical. It's not just a material lesson, or a lesson that I can just explain easily. So I appreciate Srivalli for all that, and of course more, and I hope we get to meet each other someday, Srivalli. I hope either I come to your house and cook in your kitchen with you, or you come to my house and cook in my kitchen with me, and you can critique me on your recipes. That would be a lot of fun. So I appreciate you listening to this video. I appreciate you being the person that you are and going out and helping people and teaching people about Indian culture and cooking. And I appreciate everybody else for watching this video because it's been really long. So thanks. Have a great day, everyone.